and really honored to become world champion, to become undisputed world champion here.
Artur Beterbiev is hungry for more. After going the distance for the first time in his professional career against Dmitry Bivol, Beterbiev is now challenging another fighter to meet him in the ring. This time, he has his sights set on facing another champion, Canelo Alvarez. But what's really surprising is that Beterbiev, if he wins, wants Canelo to not only quit boxing, but also to admit that he's a loser.
Everything is best, best in the world. It's not just words, it's really.
Beterbiev knows that a fight with Canelo would be a huge step forward for his career. After his big win over Bivol, his popularity has gone through the roof. Fans are cheering for him more than ever, and it seems like everyone is talking about his incredible power and skills in the ring. To keep this momentum going, Beterbiev is looking for his next big challenge. Beterbiev is thinking carefully about his next move, and he knows that to stay at the top, he needs to face an opponent that will make his growing fame even bigger. And what better way to do that than to challenge someone like Canelo? Canelo is a well-known fighter with a huge following, and a match between them would get the attention of boxing fans all over the world. Recently, Canelo won his fight against Edgar Berlanga, and it wasn't even close. He made Berlanga look like a beginner in the ring, almost as if Berlanga forgot how to box. While Canelo moved smoothly and controlled the fight like he was dancing to a perfect rhythm, Berlanga struggled, looking out of sync the whole time. Canelo showed exactly why he's considered one of the best boxers in the world. Berlanga couldn't keep up with him, and every round just made the difference between them even more obvious. Canelo's skill and experience shined, leaving no doubt that he was the superior fighter that night. Berlanga, on the other hand, couldn't find his footing, and his efforts to challenge Canelo fell short. In the end, Canelo's victory was so decisive that Berlanga had to return to Puerto Rico, not in celebration of a win, but almost comically in defeat. It was as if he had to face his loss in a big way, with a motorcade back home, even though there was nothing to celebrate. Since both fighters won their recent matches, wouldn't it be exciting to see them face off against each other? After all, who wouldn't want to watch two great champions battle it out for dominance? It sounds like the perfect matchup that boxing fans dream of. But here's where things get surprising. There's a rumor that even if Beterbiev challenges Canelo, Canelo might not accept the fight. The reason? Canelo is reportedly aware of the incredible power that Beterbiev has, and he doesn't want to risk getting knocked out or facing a humiliating loss, like what happened to Bivol. The thought of Beterbiev's strength might make Canelo think twice about taking that challenge. So, is this rumor true? No one knows for sure, but it's definitely raising questions in the boxing world. Whether this rumor is true or not, one thing is clear. If Canelo wants to prove to his fans that he's brave and not just picking easy opponents, he'll call out Beterbiev and push for a fight. That would show everyone that he's willing to take on the toughest challenges. Canelo has a chance to show he's not afraid of a powerful fighter like Beterbiev. Interestingly, His Excellency Turki Alalshik mentioned just last Saturday that he wants to organize a rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol. This rematch could be another thrilling fight, especially after Beterbiev's impressive victory. But even though this rematch is in the plans, Turki might change his mind if Canelo steps forward and volunteers to face Beterbiev instead. That could shift all the attention to a new fight. The winner of that fight could end up facing Bivol, or whoever wins, the January 25th match between David Morrell and David Benavidez. It would make sense to have a kind of semi-final round where Bivol takes on the winner of the Morrell versus Benavidez fight. This way, the best fighters can face off against each other to challenge Beterbiev for the undisputed championship. Boxing experts believe that Canelo would face a completely different challenge if he fought Beterbiev for the undisputed title. Beterbiev is not like Bivol, who is more focused on technique and skill. Bivol is known for his finesse and careful movements in the ring, only showing aggression when necessary. On the other hand, Beterbiev is much more strategic and powerful, making him a tough opponent for anyone. In fact, some say that Beterbiev would be like a stronger and more dangerous version of Gennady Golovkin, who Canelo fought in the past. Golovkin was known for his power and toughness, but Beterbiev takes it to a whole new level. This means Canelo would have to be very prepared to deal with Beterbiev's constant pressure and heavy punches. It would be a fight where Canelo can't just rely on his usual skills. Canelo has always been known for liking opponents who come at him aggressively, throwing big power shots. He's the type of fighter who enjoys taking on sluggers who fight up close and try to overpower him. In the past, Canelo has done really well against fighters like that because he knows how to handle their pressure and turn it to his advantage. This is the kind of style that Canelo thrives on. However, fighting Beterbiev would be a whole different story. Beterbiev is not just any slugger. He hits incredibly hard, and that kind of power could be a big problem for Canelo. If Canelo tries to get in close and trade punches with Beterbiev like he usually does, he might find himself in serious trouble. If this fight happens, many believe that Beterbiev will win if he sticks to the strategy he used when he fought Bivol. You see, Bivol was winning the early rounds because Beterbiev wasn't putting much pressure on him. Bivol was able to fight from the outside and avoid Beterbiev's strong punches. But things changed in the 7th round when Beterbiev started to turn up the pressure. In response to Bivol's early success, Beterbiev began to unleash his power, and that's when the fight shifted in his favor. Bivol, who had been doing well, became afraid to attack and started to back off. From that moment on, it was clear that Beterbiev had taken control of the fight. Bivol never fought the same way again, and Beterbiev dominated the rest of the rounds. Now, instead of going up against Beterbiev, Canelo wanted to fight Bivol. Why would he choose Bivol over Beterbiev? Well, it's simple. Bivol is the kind of fighter who shows aggression right from the start. He doesn't wait for the later rounds to unleash his power. From the very beginning, Bivol gives everything he has, and that's something Canelo finds exciting. Beterbiev, on the other hand, tends to hold back a bit at first, only showing his true strength later in the fight. While this works for Beterbiev, it doesn't fit with the kind of action-packed fight Canelo wants. He enjoys being pushed to his limits from the first bell, which is why Bivol is the type of opponent Canelo dreams of fighting. Since Bivol lost to Beterbiev, it looks like Canelo's wish to fight him won't come true. However, it's not the end of the world for Canelo. He still has the chance to fight for the 4 belts, but it won't be against Bivol. Unless, of course, Canelo is okay with fighting someone who just lost and isn't holding any titles anymore. What are your thoughts on this? Please let me know down below.